true that President Trump has betrayed Canada. He's betrayed Canada. And he has ruptured the global economy. Our old relationship with the United States is over, unfortunately. And America's leadership of the global economy is over. And this is a tragedy. This is still in play, but it is a tragedy. It is also our new reality. We have to recognize it. We will fight. We will fight Trump's counter tariffs. In fact, we are already. We're fighting them with our own counter tariffs that cause maximum damage in the United States with minimum impact here in Canada. They want our resources, our water, our land. They want our country.
Shalom. First off, I want to start up by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem HaKadosh. It's all praises to the world-caused God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. By Hashem in the name, and Yahushai in the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Preaching this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify. And this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful short. Because what this spells out is that Esau Edom, so-called white man, is out the way. Right? He is getting pulled out of the way. And we're at the end of his kingdom, man. This dude was prophesying. Right? This dude was prophesying. Right? He was prophesying. Let me get this. Let's start here. Mark 3 and 23 it says, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? It says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. And we're at the time where these devils are coming against each other. So this is how we know that this devil is at his end. Right? Them having skirmishes and they're coming up like this. This is all prophecy to let you know that we're at the end of his kingdom. And this is what all the prophets are waiting for. When Yahushua was here, his disciples said, will thou now restore unto Israel the kingdom of heaven? Right? We were always waiting for Yahushua to lift up and put our enemies down. And this is an evident token that the Lord is getting ready to take this devil out the way. Right? This is Obadiah 1:7. It says, all the men of that confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee in Canada has been a long-standing partner of the U.S. Right? It says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding in him. Right? So the same ones that were living off the American trade deals and all that stuff, the ones that have been able to eat so closely and live these opulent lifestyles in the country, Canada being one of them, right? Now they're getting ready to lay a wound. We'll see exactly what it's going to look like. But they did say they were going to put a tariff on any energy going out of Canada. And apparently Canada supplies like 30% of the electricity, I believe it's 30%, to the Northeast. Right? And then if you watch the rest of that video, that clip, dude said they want our water, they want our land, they want our energy. That's a wound that's laid. the fact that this place has been able to lean on these other countries for these same things and then beat them up to smithereens and think that it's going to be all good. Right? It's not all good. There's a one in Daniel that's perfect. Daniel 2, going into the statue, it says 2, and I'll start at 41. It says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, right? The kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. Meaning what? There's going to be strong kingdoms, and there's going to be not so strong kingdoms, weak kingdoms. Right? Canada is technically one of those weaker kingdoms, going along with Spain, weaker kingdom. Right? But then you have the strong ones. Right? Like France, Britain. Those are the strong and weak kingdoms. America is considered one of those strong kingdoms. Right? It says, verse 42, it says, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so shall the kingdom be partially strong and partially broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. So that's what we're seeing. That separation, that lack of being able to cleave one to another. The Lord is breaking that shit up. Right? America is getting ready to be isolated. There's a scripture where it goes to, the Lord is going to make this place as the spreading of nets. When you spread a net, you go to an isolated, elevated place so you can ensure that the net isn't being tangled up, so you can see everything. And this place is getting put on Front Street, left and right. Left and right. The iron is not mixed with the miry clay. This kingdom has an end. We're here at the end. All right, when you talk about trade deals and everything like that, Canada is one of the chiefest, right? One of the chiefest trade partners to America. They buy the most American cars. This is big. So what we're going to see off of this, we'll see how deep it goes, but I want to see what it's going to look like when they start doing those power cuts. Right? We're at the end of this devil's kingdom. It's a beautiful sight to see. It's a beautiful sight to see, but we all got to prepare ourselves to walk through that straight gate, because, man, this is a Koholo Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakadash. Let's play a little bit. Maybe I'll have some more in the spirit.
It is true that President Trump has betrayed Canada. He's betrayed Canada. And he has ruptured the global economy. Our old relationship with the United States is over, unfortunately. And America's leadership of the global economy is over. And
the American leadership of the global economy is over. What does the scripture say? This is where's that scripture at? Yeah, here it is. Job 20 and 21. It says, "There shall none of his meat be left. There shall no man look for his goods." Right? Everybody's walking away from this devil, his kingdom. Nobody's looking for it. They're getting ready to fully isolate this place.
This is a tragedy. This is still in play, but it is a tragedy. It is also our new reality. We have to recognize it. We will fight. We will fight Trump's counter tariffs. In fact, we are already. We're fighting them with our own counter tariffs that cause maximum damage in the United States with minimum impact here in Canada. They want our resources, our water, our land. They want our...
Which, that's a lie. And this, I mean, there's an extent to this, which is straight up, Esau turning against Esau. But there's another aspect to this, that they're really just working together to crash these economies, because tariffs does not hurt an opposite country. Tariffs hurt the people of which a nation has to pay those tariffs. So any tariffs that Canada puts on the U.S. is really hurting the people there. They still need those parts. They still need those technology. They still need certain things from the U.S. And we're coming to the end of this. They're getting ready to crash this system.
Country. There's your answer. There's your answer. Because Canada is not America. Canada is not America. Thank God. America is a melting pot. Look around this room. We're all Canadians. We're all Canadians. We're all distinct.
Man. Dude is hitting. This is beautiful times, man. Beautiful times. I'm not going to make this one long.
Speak with each other.
Keep it short. Maybe I do need to go in some of this. It's another article I got to get into. But Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to say, Koholo, Yahweh Bashim Shah Bashim Shalom.